So I just finished watching the Archies and it is not the best film of the year, which is my polite way of saying that it's pretty bad. Now, I generally don't make any videos about the things which I don't like, but after I finished watching the films, I went on YouTube and I looked around for some views and none of them made sense. Almost all of them were mindless rants about certain things which are just not valid, and there was no valid criticism that I could find in those videos. There was one review in which the reviewer was saying that Archies was a gang in which all the friends got together and solved mysteries, which is far from what the Archie comics were. And there was another review in which someone was saying that the whole look and feel of the place was so much like Stranger Things. Now, I didn't know how to respond to these things because Stranger Things is so outrightly in the face 80s and this was so clearly in the face 60s. I don't even understand how one can make that comparison. So I thought I'll make this video. I thought there was space for me to say something here. Okay, so first things first, something which is gonna make everyone very happy. The performances by the star kids are bad. Khushi has failed to pull off Betty. It's one of the worst performances of Hindi cinema, I have to say, and Agastya also has not been able to act well. There is one scene in which Betty and Archie are supposed to be talking. It's supposed to be a very nice, cuddly, feel-good, cozy scene, if not romantic, and I think it has gone down as the worst romantic scene ever filmed in the history of Indian cinema. It is that bad. And no one can deny this. It's out there now. People can see it and figure out that these kids need to go to acting school if they want to pursue a career in acting. They are as bad as teenagers on a school annual function day. It's that bad. Even Suhana Khan did show some sparks of good performances here and there, but overall I didn't get what I was looking for. I really had a lot of hopes from this film. I was very hopeful, primarily because this was a Zoya Akthar project and she's never disappointed me. This has gone down as her worst film in her whole filmography so far. So that's that. But it's okay, things go wrong at times. But when I'm talking about bad performances, I do have to mark the good performances as well. Jughead, played by Mihir Ahuja, was something of absolute delight. I think he has done an amazing job in this film. And Aditi Dot, who plays Ethel, I think these are the two stars for me in this film. It was such a joy to just see them on screen. They were just fabulous. Now, while I'm talking about the performances, I cannot miss out Yuvraj Menda's performance here. It was very natural and he was able to very successfully deliver what the script asked him to. Even Vedang Raina's performance is markedly good. And most of the other actors in this film are so seasoned. I mean, there's no way they could have gone wrong. All the parents have done a tremendous job. But the problem is that Archie Comics has never given enough flesh to those characters, and that could be seen in the film as well. That they're not as fleshed out as they could have been. So there are good performances in this film. There are bad performances in this film. What actually went wrong? In my opinion, the film was very confused and it was scattered all over the place. It tried to latch on to this love triangle between Archie, Betty and Veronica, and it didn't work. And I think it failed most of all because of the bad performances by these three actors. But the film really picked up with the other angle it was trying to explore. Saving the park, the heartland of the town, and the whole emotion involved in that was good. And I was totally invested in that. But what happened was, the minute things started to gain momentum, the minute things started to pick up, they would inject these bad romantic scenes or friendship scenes between these three characters, and it all just went crashing down. I think this project would have worked tremendously if this was not a 2.5 hour film. This did not try to explore this love triangle along with the other struggle that they were focusing at. If they had made a film only focusing on saving the Green Park, I think this would have been a fantastic film. And if they wanted to explore this whole love triangle between Archie, Betty and Veronica, which is very true to the nature or the character of the comic books, which is totally understandable, I think they should have gone ahead and made a series out of it. I think that would have turned out really well. Zoya Akthar has made the best web series that we've had coming out from Indian entertainment industry, and I think she would have been able to handle it really well. I don't understand why why this mess up happened. I'm someone who observes this whole film industry from a distance, and I can see what the flaws were, and I can see how this project could have been a lot better. It beats me how such seasoned and trained filmmakers were not able to see that when they saw the final cut. It is so out there. The first 20 minutes of the film are amazing. All the right punches, all the right jokes. I was having a lot of fun. And then things fizzled out. And then they again started to pick up when, the conflict started to build up. And then they again digress. And then they again start showing me things which I'm just not interested in because of the bad acting. But let's not keep repeating that. And then the film builds up. And then we have the last 40 minutes of the film. And then I was like, okay, now we're going to, go ahead and see, a lot of stuff which we'll enjoy. And then again, they cut, and Betty and Veronica and this and that. It was so bugging, and they were forcing it again. And then again, we switch back to what was happening on the park front, which was a huge relief. It's a train wreck, guys. It is, but it is still watchable. And I can understand why this film will not work for Gen Z, because the younger audience, they've been raised, they've grown up on films which throw violence at your face like nobody's business, in which people are killed and butchered left, right, and center. And in this film, no one even yells, and there's no killing. So it's not. It may not work for the people who don't know how to process any other kind of storytelling. So that is a problem. And I think somewhere down the line, Bollywood has forgotten how to tell love stories. We had Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, which logically does not make any sense. If you sit down and start analyzing it, it's flawed beyond flaws, but still, it's a pleasure to watch it. And even today, if it comes on television, you can just sit back and have some fun watching the film and enjoying the songs. And that's something which I think no Bollywood film does anymore. It's really sad that we've come to this. But this is the world we live in. There was this song, Everything is Politics. When I heard it for the first time, I had my doubts what they're going to do with it, how they're going to put that in the film. But I was so happy to see how it had been placed in the film. It made a lot of sense, and it was saying all the right things. The film tries to touch so much. It tries to comment on democracy and in very valid ways. It tries to talk about the idea that, as you grow and gain responsibilities, you stop caring about the environment and you start becoming more and more money-minded. And that's how it is, and that's how it's always been. And there's a very clear depiction of that. There's this whole confusion about, should I be more ambitious or should I be more sensitive towards, ideas and emotions and things. But all of this is disturbed by this love triangle which has been forcefully put in this film. I need to stop cribbing about this. But the good thing is that the music was good. The songs were so enjoyable. There was such breath of fresh air. I was very disappointed not to find Asymmetrical, that song which I liked the most in the film. It was missing. I don't know when they had put so much of fluff in the film why they could not put that in, but they didn't. Anyway, I made a detailed video for the soundtrack of this film as well, so if you're interested, you can go ahead and check that out as well. You might find it interesting. And some of the characters have really shined, guys. When I used to read Archie Comics, I would always relate with Jughead. He was a foodie. If anyone has ever gone with me to a restaurant or any eating joint, you would know what I'm like. And apart from that, being sensitive to certain issues and ideas has always been my thing. Jughead had a dog. I've always had pets, and my way of showing affection is just like Jughead's. He ruffles one's hair just like you pet a dog, and he shows his affection. Those are the gestures which come very natural to me, and I have always related with Jughead a lot. I just feel that with all the sensitivities and intentions, the script didn't place him well in the film. If I look at Riverdale, the series, they have somehow identified that, Archie will be Archie, and it's hard to make him a central character because the way he's always been written. And in today's day and age, two timing with anyone is not going to be acceptable, and that's why Riverdale never goes there. So Betty is with someone else and Archie is with Veronica, or someone else, stuff like that. But all of this apart, guys, I feel this is a great opportunity missed. I'm still hoping that they will develop this into a series and give us more and give us better, but I can only wish and hope. But all said and done, this film may not be the best film, but it is still a very watchable film. It's a very nice, cozy, easy film which is perfect for winter evenings with a hot cup of coffee or something. So I would say do give it a go. Don't listen to the rants on the internet or on YouTube, who seem to be talking more out of jealousy than about anything else, and give this film a shot. It's not all that bad. It's not great, but it's not all that bad. Anyway, guys, so that's about it for today. I think I'll watch a few more movies and I'll share my thoughts about those movies as well. And have you seen Archies? I know you would not have liked it, but tell me why you did not like it. That is something which I'm interested in. That I think will make a great discussion. Okay, guys, that's it for today. And until next time, guys, keep listening, keep watching, keep reading. Cheers.